Hey guys, today we're going to talk about tackle storage and specifically storage for crankbaits. Stick with me. Now I have to admit, when it comes to storing crankbaits, I have a bit of a pet peeve that the lure companies can't seem to come up with something decent. Take a regular 3700 box. Usually it's got the solid deals in. You put the dividers in, separate lures, then you put them in and separate them out. Somewhere along the line, the treble hooks get underneath the divider. They stick in, you can't get the lure out, or they pull the divider out and everything goes flying and you got to find it. That isn't quite right. So a year ago, I thought I solved the problem. Plano came out with their Elite series for the crankbaits. And it was advertised out. It's got the dividers, they curve down in so the baits nestle down in, and as long as you put them nose to nose, they won't hook into each other. And I thought that was perfectly fine. It sounded like a great idea. And admittingly, if you'll put two of them in nose to nose, they won't hook each other. They don't. But those dividers aren't solid all the way to the bottom. What happens is you'll put them in and you grab a lure, and sometimes they come out real nice, and then the next time they'll get hooked into the bottom, and the next thing you know, you got them where you can't get them out. They get underneath that side and you end up like that. And to be honest with you, it's a piece of crap. If you spent 15 bucks on those like I did last year because of watching my video, I apologize. That is the worst system I have ever seen, and then you charge 3 times as much for that. But I think I solved the problem. What you have to do is you have to quit figuring on fishing supplies. You go somewhere else. Still Plano. This box is number 5324. 5324. It's the same size here as a 3700. It's a little bit taller. Now I found this at a Menards. Menards is a home improvement store like Home Depot, Lowe's, something like that. So I didn't find this at a tackle place. To be honest with you, it's a whole lot cheaper to boot. But this is not designed for fishing. And it looks like maybe they're thinking it's going to be for sewing or something like that. But basically, it is 24 dividers. They're all solid. Nothing moves. Everything is solid in there. I already bought one, brought it home, and turned around and immediately bought another. And there you go. There is 24 crankbaits, all individual, easy to pull out, easy to put back. They're never going to hang up on a divider. You're never going to have to worry. And I paid $7.99 for that versus $15 for what I'm considering that piece of junk. And even one of these. The standard, every one you'd buy somewhere, $4 or $5, something like that, unless you're going to Bass Pro Shop and then make it $8 or $10. But for $7.99, it'll hold 24 lures. It's got a downside, maybe. There's 2 holes in the back. Somehow they figure you're going to hang on a wall. Why, I have no idea, but anyway, they're back there. I suppose it's possible some lures could get their hook hung in that. Now in my case, I solved that problem because what I'm doing is I'm using these holes for my shad type lures. And these are kind of narrow because of the handle, but they still fit in there. And by putting them in this way and they kind of sit at an angle instead of flat, it keeps the hooks off the bottom, and I'm hoping they won't hang into that. Matter of fact, I may come back, drill some holes in the lid so I can get a little airflow through. You can go buy those and spend more money, but I thought with a drill I can solve that problem real fast. So for me, that's my answer. Now, if you're using a milk crate. A lot of people are, even in the kayaks or whatever, using the milk crates, whatever. I use one on the bigger boat. As you can see, there's 3700s, and they stick down in maybe an inch down inside the milk crate. And this fits down in there right with them. It sticks up maybe an inch and a half or 2 inches higher than a standard 3700. So it's going to be just a little taller. But as far as I'm concerned, there's 24 crankbaits that are never going to hook to each other. They're never going to get the hooks underneath the dividers, and I'm not going to be cussing at them all the time. So that's crankbaits. Now, next week or the week after, I've got some other ideas, and we're going to be talking about them in the next couple weeks. But for now, we'll do this one on the crankbaits. We'll come back later and show you some ideas I got for the other stuff. Thanks for sticking with me. Subscribe to our channel if you would. I'll see you again real soon.